interesting. So, hi world, my name is Angel, and here on my channel, I talk about a lot of different things. But today I'm just want to jump right into it. So today's message is saying breaking news. So it say the movement of spirituality. So yesterday, as I was going through YouTube, and I was just looking at a lot of different things, and I had came across something that was very, very disturbing. Now, for a lot of people, um, I don't know what the hell is going on. The only why I say it like that is because I don't know if because people are starting to get their subscribers up, if people are starting to get their following up, um, that people are just glitching. It's a lot of glitching of just people's personalities and what they're doing. It's a lot of like copying and pasting. It's a lot of, I don't know. I just really have respect for a lot of people who have came before me. I have a lot of respect for a lot of people who get up here and tell the truth. But most importantly, what I don't like when people be trying to misinform the people, just with everything. It can just be with how we live in the world, the corruption within the government, uh, just our daily lives, and how people are trying to just sabotage something. So like I said today's message is the movement of spirituality. Now what I've been seeing on social media is very funny, right? And I respect his platform, I do. And I just want to say something. I don't know if he's going to see it or not. But hi, young Pharaoh. Hi, how are you doing? Hi, I hope you like. I'm gonna be talking about you just a little bit, but it's not gonna be disrespect or anything like that. But I just wanted to say something because it's a lot of people that's going around and they're talking bad about you, and I just don't like it. So your little sister, cause I'm your little sister, all of my big brothers that are out here doing a lot of spiritual awakening, spiritual talking. I'm definitely your little sister within the game. So, like I said, the movement of spirituality. Now, for a lot of people are saying that young Pharaoh has changed, right? And I was very, very curious. I followed young Pharaoh back when he first started a little bit on YouTube, or maybe a little bit longer down the line. But everybody kept saying he changed for money, he changed for money. Young Pharaoh didn't change for money. So what I did was I went on his new page that he has, and I just scrolled through everything. I started looking at his posts, and I wanted to understand. And what came to me is that for a lot of people, young Pharaoh is really the godfather of spirituality. And for a lot of people that's saying that he lost his mind and all of this extra stuff, you know what I noticed? A lot of people can't even survive his intro of just him talking about the certain things that he have done. Everybody's saying that people are changing. What I came to terms with and what I'm learning now is that it comes a time when I just believe sometimes people have been trying to feed the soul and feed the people for so long, or they come to reality on just things that are just going on. I just feel like he has like taken a seat. But for a lot of people to say that he has lost his mind and he has changed, yo, that brother, he has so much information to the point where he even talked about like COVID and all of that other stuff. He have a whole doctrine on Miss Harris. He got some shit right now on Kamala Harris that could stop everything, even down to the post what I came on yesterday, and I was talking about a lot of human trafficking and a lot of different things. But for people to talk about him in a very disrespectful way like that, I really felt some type of way because um when it's dealing with knowledge itself, or it's just dealing with knowledge period, I always like to say people be having hidden knowledge. A lot of spiritual people are blessed in different avenues, different particular subjects that they are gifted with. They have studied it, and also that God has also given us to talk about. So when I was looking at this funny looking person who was trying to talk about a lot of people. Now everybody, I don't know if you know, what's his name, Rashid or something like that. She even started talking bad about him. Now Rashid, he's a powerful black brother, and what was so funny is that for a lot of people that want to talk about people, like even myself, that's why I always like to investigate something before I talk about it. So for somebody to talk about him and then say, I don't particularly know too much about it, so why did you bring it up? Now he was talking about the Anunnakis. Now for somebody to try to damper the spirituality or the knowledge of that, these things, especially the Anunnakis, a lot of people really don't know, but they have so much history, so much hidden things. And I just believe, and even young Pharaoh even said it when he was basically talking about the whole identity of just the black woman and the chromosomes, and the different scientific fact that it can be proven. um it was just very mind-boggling. And then when I had kind of looked underneath the comments and I seen people like agreeing with it, it bothered me. Some people, we have hidden knowledge. And I always say, what is hidden knowledge? Hidden knowledge is for those who are trying to find it. That's the only way that you're going to be able to get it. Some people, and especially young Pharaoh, he has hidden knowledge on every aspect of just everything in general. And I just believe that for him, because, and he also said something, and that shit, it dawned on me, because he said, you really technically don't know who you're speaking to. Even when I get up here and I be saying, oh well, I'm this that, and this is that and the third, like, do I know who I'm speaking to? Like, in all reality, sometimes we don't. Even though we know who we speaking to, we are speaking to the class of people who don't want the people to actually be awakened. And when you have certain people, and this brother, I even seen the part where he was supposed to go on Jimmy Fallon and he was supposed to talk, but because he's so woken and he's so aware of things that was going on, it was like his whole interview that he was supposed to do was done. I believe that even to Rasheen, I had looked, because they gave him prison on because of the certain things. And this is this other brother, because a lot of people don't know I like herbs. Herbs are very, very good for you. Herbs are really, really good for your body. And you have another black awoken brother. He talk about a lot of different herbs that you can take that can heal your body. And you always have to think of it. Before we was actually introduced to the pharmaceutical world, our ancestors, meaning those who came before us, they used to go out into the forest, they used to go out into the jungle, and they used to make up and do different herbs to be able to help your body. Even in Chinatown, I think I'm gonna take y'all there. China, even in China, they don't have a regular pharmaceutical. What they have is they have a lot of different herbs that they put up so you can take to be able to heal yourself or to be able to target different things basically within your body. But it was very, very, very mind boggling how people are, I don't know, they be forgetting. And I said that too yesterday. I said that coming up here is a blessing, and also can be a curse for you, the ones who are coming up here and try to spread a lot of different things. We are living in a world where we are giving people the choice. Everybody has the choice to the decisions that you want to make. Everybody has the choice to be able to live a righteous life. Everybody has a choice if they want to go down a destructive path. But to say that certain individuals and certain things are leading people astray, is it a high percentage of that? Maybe so, but it also rely on the individual who's also consuming the information. Some people don't want to be woke. Some people are content with just living in the world that they see around them. Some people don't want to be happy. Some people are just on this earth to just bring destruction. And then I don't know what's going on with people too, because um I heard somebody say, don't get it twisted. Like, I'm coming up here with looks. Like, I don't know. This whole social media thing and people getting their followers up and people following them, or they see their views and stuff like that going up, it starts changing people for the worse. And I don't think that people be really understanding that. They really, 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 really don't. And yeah, that's crazy. I wrote a whole thing down here, and I'm not even really sticking to my script. But what's the big picture? What is the big picture? What is the big picture? And that's crazy. I be seeing. I heard somebody say it's a lot of fake people that's getting up here. It is. It's a lot of fake spiritual. Not like that, but yeah, that's trying to. Oh shoot! This is what I wanted to say. And then they want to say, if you're not initiated within EFI and all of that other stuff, like, what the fuck? The first and foremost, when you're talking about EFI, you're talking about Orishas, people who are in that class, and then you have spiritual people. It's two different things. You know what I mean? It's a whole different practice. It's a whole different lifestyle. And then even if people was a self-taught, I think a person that's being self-taught, you learn so much. But just because some people are maybe not initiated, and being initiated is meaning when you are able to become a godfather, when you are able to become a godmother, where you are at that pinnacle where you can bring people underneath of that. And it just shook me up, because you have a lot of spiritual people who they're going to be martyrs, and one thing about when young Pharaoh said, and I actually believe it, because when you start to, anytime that you could really really connect with the masses, meaning the people out there, and they start to navigate to you, and you start to impact the way that they think, and you start to uh, get them to be around a whole bunch of other group of like-minded people, and you can start changing things, then you will become a target. You will. And I think even through that, and him noticing, and then maybe him coming to the fact of him coming to realization, because I think us as individuals, some of us get tired. It's like, why am I keep trying to wake up all of these people who just don't get it? And I have taken a bullet, and I have been through the ringer, and I have been doing this, that, and the third. But for a lot of people, I just feel like a lot of people need to respect that man, because he really is the godfather of spirituality. He really is the GOAT of this. And for a lot of people who are coming through, you can't even, his intelligence, just him being the black king that he is, and for him to have to deal with the scrutiny of people um that can't even see. That's crazy. A person be trying to discredit and try to tear somebody down, and you can't even walk a mile in their shoes. You won't even be able to survive the battles and the things that are sent out there to destroy you, all because God gave you a purpose. And I always say that. And I let me go back to that, because what I said was, let me see if I can find it. That's a good one too. I could talk about that. I said the fear of knowledge. People are afraid of the fear of knowledge, the fear that you have, the knowledge that you hold within your vessel. And I always said that, like, what's your purpose? Like, do you understand? I always say that. I don't know why that message just keep coming back up. The purpose, the purpose, the purpose, the purpose, the purpose. And a lot of people are really ungrateful. A lot of people really don't appreciate the hits and the beatings that you have taken. Yeah, it's a very powerful spiritual movement, but only some are going to get it, and some are going to understand. And then you're going to have some that's only going to branch off, and they're going to really start giving it to those who really are at that point in their life where they really want to accept it, and they're going to apply all of that to their daily functions. But yeah, that kind of pissed me off. It really did. It really, really did. It really, really did, to the point where I just want to send that shit to his wife. Like, they, no, no, no. You know, what's so funny about, see, yo, people be having like libraries in their own house of their own documents and their own things that they have created through the years, and these are their greatest possessions. But what a lot of people don't know is people are starting to build up fan base, like people who are really loyal to them and people who are really fight for them. And then when you have other people who are coming around and they start to slander them, you're going to have certain people who come across and they're seeing how bad that you are trying to discourage people. I think that's the worst, you know what I mean? And you could see it from the greatest beef of all times between the whole industry beef with Kendrick Lamar and Kendrick Lamar and Drake. When people be having an outreach of just people who really support them and people who will go to bat for them, and people be having some really crazy fans too that'll really go and like bust up your stuff and destroy your stuff. People need to worry about how they are talking about people. I'm never that person when I get up in here, I'm going to just slander people because I want people to like my stuff or because I want high views. And you have that. And that's a really dirty, dirty road. Very, very dirty road. So I just applaud everybody that's on a powerful spiritual movement within your life. Now, I don't know if everybody's seen the debate last night, the debate with the two vice presidents. The debate last night, it was very interesting. The only thing, first, the vice president that Ms. Harris picked, he was very, very nervous at first, but he started to open up. The only thing that I really didn't like too much, and you can tell just how, the pre-mocks of the debate was, whoever was like organizing the debate cards, they were still focused on, Trump and stuff like that. But I think both parties did all right. I do. It's very, very tricky. It is. And the war with Iran, yo, did you see all of the missiles? I be saying that people in America, right here in the United States of America, we are very, very lucky that we don't have to wake up, or in the middle of the night, we don't have to see over 200 ballistic missiles coming towards our home, coming towards our streets. And I was just telling people that, like, the times and stuff that we live in at this moment is very, 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 very crucial. And um, it's very mind-boggling. But I just wanted to come on here and just say that I really, really did. Oh, that's interesting. So what I said, what is human law? What is human law? What's human law? Human law. That's very interesting. Why did I write that? What is human law? It's the conduct of how we as individuals should act as humans. The laws that we should already have inscribed in us to be and to act accordingly, and how to treat people. But people don't do that. They don't. And it sucks. And then I always say I'm very, very keen of paying attention to who I'm listening to. And I don't want certain things that I'm listening to, because it's always what you hear, no, what you see, and what you hear and what you speak out of your mouth that can throw you off. And for a lot of people that don't really know too much about frequency and about vibrations, I would definitely suggest people to just learn about it before people just start knocking things down. Yo, it's kind of like I feel like I'm in a circus. There's so many distractions and so many things that are taking place that it's like you can't keep up. It's like breaking topic here, a situation here, another major event that's happening here. devastation that's happening here. It's like those who are not on the straight and narrow path will always get pushed aside, and you will always you won't be able to catch up. You won't. You really won't. All right, so I'm going to go. It's so funny because I really had everything. I was like really, really going in. Really. Oh, wow. People won't be in the season when they're going to try to discourage you, discredit you. People are going to be in a season where they're going to try to, everything that you have done, they're going to try to destroy that. Every single thing. People are, watch how fast people are trying to come up so fast and so swiftly. And people are building their platforms and their outreach on a very perceiving in a very conniving way, and it's crazy. And then also what I heard was like you have a difference of people being in a cult, like in a cult setting and a spiritual setting is totally different. It really is. So I'm going to go. I just wanted to come on here and say that because I was very I felt some type of way. I really did. You know, you're like, well, I'm just sitting here. I don't know if it's something or it's just me or I just shut down or something, but I'm just so like, it's just like, I was just so amazed sometimes, like the length of what people will do and how people will go about certain things is just, it's just becoming so distasteful. So like, I mean, like, wow. Wow. And that's crazy because people be saying all of this other stuff like, if people was actually because your outreach have became so massive like that, and then people have really like followed you and stalked you, or put you in jail, or even tried to poison you to silence you, and then you come to realization that the same people that you thought that you were waking up just really honestly don't care. They don't grasp it. And that's what's so funny. And I just hope that certain people, when you're following people, you can be able to understand that it's just something bigger that's at play. Like, okay, well, maybe I understand. Maybe I understand. But it's crazy because, I don't know. I don't have the time and the energy for that. I don't have the time and the energy for people who just don't get it. Sigma. Can I give you a shout out? Who's I like Sigma a shout out. Hi Sigma. So welcome to this channel, and I just would like to give a good big shout out to everybody that's coming through. I like to give a big shout out to Sigma. I don't really know where they're coming from or who they're um sent them, but I hope that everything just works out perfectly fine. I like to talk to every nation. I like to talk to every country right now. Right now in 2024, you have a lot of people that are up here and they're trying to give their heart out to the world, and some people are going to look at you and some people are just not going to understand everything that is meant for you to do. But you know what I'm saying? Just make sure that you just believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, then everything is doomed. So, yeah, that's it. This live was very interesting and very boring. I must say. So, let me see what I can do. Hold on one second. Let me see. Let me see if I can touch on something. Let me check on the web. Oh, that sounded interesting. Let's see. Because she be doing a whole bunch. And let me tell you something. I wish that he would have dropped that information about Kamala Harris, because a lot of people don't even know that guy Jesse something. He was supposed to be like her mentor, but even like Judge Joe Brown, people need to really go listen to Judge Joe Brown. Like, oh, I mean his recent interviews about her, and he was just like, yo, she's like a old whore. Like, she was getting all of these different jobs. And then that's what young Pharaoh said too. He said that, you know, when she was in California being a prosecutor and all of this other stuff, and she's not really black and all of this other extra stuff, how she was like taking a lot of information and she was like sweeping it underneath the rug. And I really don't put it past that. When you have a lot of people who be in power and these powerful positions, and you are kind of like connected to a lot of people, and it's so funny because what he said, and it kind of like drew near to me, because he said that she raised $81 million, and it all came from a lot of black women, not knowing that her hands are in a lot of different stuff. So it says Donald Trump has retaken the lead over Harris in the clinch of 2024 battle states of Pennsylvania, according to the average percentage of polling. The Real Clear political website averaged a dozen polls conducted between September 11th and the 29th have given Trump a 0.2 point lead, with the 48.1 percentage of voters, 47.5 percentage of Harrison. The latest Real Clear poll advantage of recent polls for Pennsylvania have also shown, and I was basically telling people that because everybody was trying to say how, you know, her lead and her reach was so far, but I kept telling everybody it's not like she had a very, very strong percentage over top of him. And from last night, just with the debates, it seemed like both of the vice presidents, they seem like they're all right. It's so funny that the vice president performed a lot better than the first debate that the world actually seen. And that's the funny part about it. And I just believe that they're just using a lot of stinking old tactics. Stinking tactics. Especially with the whole abortion and stuff like that. Now, what I don't agree with, I believe, like, especially if a woman is raped or it's like type of an incest, I do believe that women should have the right to be able to get rid of that baby. You know what I mean? Because who it's like trauma and remembering something like that. And it's very, very weird that they even suggested anything like that. It really is. It really, really, really is. That is crazy. But a lot of people don't be knowing that. It's so funny because she looks so sad. She looks sad, like she knows, like, it's going to be crazy. But like I said before, she would have won. She would have won if she would have had Hillary Clinton. She would have had a better fight. And that's what it is with a lot of people in a lot of situations. That's why a lot of people always branch out with a lot of different people who have a lot of different pool. But in this particular time and era that we're living in, it's like other people want the world, and people, they just want a different results on different things. Hold on, let's see what's going on. Let me let y'all hear for a lot of people that. Let me see. Because my kids be messing around.
executive orders, suspending deportations, decriminalizing illegal aliens, massively increasing the asylum fraud that exists in our system. That has opened the floodgates. And what it's meant is that a lot of fentanyl is coming into our country. I had a mother who struggled with opioid.
Now, this is what I want. This is the $1 million question. I think this is a. Do anybody know what fentanyl is? Fentanyl, the government gave fentanyl and put fentanyl and all of this stuff. Fentanyl is so strong, even if you was to touch it, if you was to breathe it, you would die from it. So I don't understand what they're talking about. I think because you have so many people who are drug indulgers and people they indulge in drugs and they do a lot of different things. I think that's the another fastest way to get people out of there. People have been dying. It's a very high percentage of a lot of people who have, overdose off of fentanyl, and you didn't even really have to be a heroin addict. You could just be a person that just like taking pills. So for them to say fentanyl is getting into the country or in this, how they make it, everybody know, especially when you're dealing with all of that stuff. Heroin comes from a heroin plant. Cocaine and all that other stuff comes from a plant. And then you come and then you break it down. It only start getting cut and added until once it start heading over to come over here. But that type of stuff, fentanyl is what they use to have people in a coma. You be in a light state of a coma. So that whole fentanyl thing, I think that shit was like planted. It really was. And it can also be planted from, no disrespect to cartels. No disrespect. But if you have a race of people who you don't like, or if you have an enemy or somebody who you are in competition with, the first thing that what you're going to do is you're going to find a product that could target the people who you don't like and you want to get them out of here, and target the group or selected of your enemies who might be giving you a little bit run for your money. So I honestly believe that fentanyl came from a whole other perspective, and they're not really keeping it real with that. It is. It's a whole bunch of other stuff than what they trying to say.
I'm clear-eyed.
Let me see what she's talking about.
Iran is a destabilizing, dangerous force in the Middle East, and today's attack on Israel.
And you know what's so funny too? President Trump is bugged out, but I like him. What he said was, at the point where Iran and all of these countries, they really didn't have money like that. They didn't, and he is a mess. He said when a lady, Britney something, WWE, the lady who was playing professional basketball, how she went over there to Russia or whatever the situation may be, that he said, why every time these people get our people, they always ask for $6 billion. And now she's talking about Iran. And he was basically saying how this country was basically broke. And every time it's a hostage situation and a certain situation, they always been giving them the money. So a lot of different things that we as the people don't really know, they have funded them, even off of certain deals. Yeah. Sometimes you really have to starve them out. But even me just sitting here and I'm just watching, and I'm just watching and I'm just listening to her talking about the strike. See, this is what I'm talking about. And this might really go far-fetched. These people in Iran sent over 208 ballistic missiles. What the hell do I have anything to talk about? I would have had the Pentagon on reach and just hit them with missiles. It's just some things and some countries and anything, period. You cannot show no type of a weakness or anything. Let's hear what she's saying.
Further demonstrates that fact. Earlier today, I was in the Situation Room with President Biden and our national security team as we monitored the attack in real time and ensured that the protection of U.S. personnel in the region is paramount.
And not even that. You still got people who are military personnel that's still over there, and these people then send 208 missiles. It's nothing left for me to talk about. What do we have to talk about? They just sent over 208 ballistic missiles. And that junk looked crazy. I remember when I used to be on the phone with my uncle, because my uncle served in the military for over like 21 years. And he was like, I really don't want to, well, he not here no more, so I guess I could talk about it. Like, he specialized like in a special unit, working with bombs and a lot of different stuff. And I used to hear like all of that crazy different stuff. But when you are dealing with people who don't really care like that, it's like no like negotiations. It's like,
let's talk about the
what else we really can do
for Americans after the economy and inflation. After the 2020 election, President Trump...
And then I always want to say, like, what is inflation? What is inflation? What is inflation? The rising prices that are constantly going to keep rising and rising and making it not honestly suitable for us, the American people, to be able to live comfortably. That's why I said yesterday, I said that for a lot of us, that's why it's kind of meant for a lot of people to pick up like different trades and go back to school, but mostly importantly, to find out like within the next 2 to 3 years, what are the jobs, what type of jobs are going to be suitable for us to be working with. Like, everybody know, like computer engineer and all of that other stuff, anything with computers, technology, working within the nurse field. It's like certain things that we have to know, but that's why I always say they're not really making it suitable and easier enough for us to be able to live here, especially for a lot of Americans. You know how many Americans that still really don't have their high school diploma? It's a lot of people who don't have their high school diploma. And there's a lot of Americans who really don't want to do a trade school, who really don't want to do all of that. So it's either them lucking up and they're going to be working in corrections, or be able to work for transit, work for their state, and just find out. And even with that, it's still like a very long waiting period, because I know in New York City, if you want to work for like the state or MTA like that, you have to first wait for everything to come up, then you have to take the test, and then it's like, and then even when I be talking to a lot of people, I used to get mad. They used to always say, you look like you'll be a good bus driver. What? You don't want to work for MTA? You don't want to be a bus driver? And I should be like, yo, why do I have to be a fucking bus driver? Out of everything in the world, why do I have to work for the MTA and be a bus driver? I could work for the MTA and I could do anything else. But a lot of people are just trying to fit in. But even when I talk to a girl who is a bus driver, she said, yo, it's not even like that. She said, first when you get there, it's like they be doing a whole bunch of extra shit. And all the overtime and all of that stuff go to the veterans. So it's not necessarily like you're going to see your money anyway. So it's like, it's always one hand washes the other. One hand washes the other. So it's all about basically whenever you find something that's suitable enough for you, to work on it, and just always make sure wherever you're at, they really, really have look at this furry thing, real growth within a country. You know what I mean? I always used to get mad because of my work ethics, because I am a very good worker. I go beyond, and it's always a jealous person. I can't stand that. It's like when you go to work, it's always a jealous person or a house nigga. A house nigga. What you doing? What you doing? You know you're supposed to be doing that. Or, you know she doing this, she done did that. Like, nigga, like, hold on. Like, wait a minute. Like, mind your business. Mind your business. Like, you doing something. You know what I mean? As long as I'm not back here doing some extra real crazy stuff, why is you watching me so much like that? And you always get that wherever you go. It's always that one person that always just want to do too much. They always hating. I don't care who you are. And it's crazy. Everywhere you go, every job that you go, it's just always one person. You be like, damn, here we go again. Here we go again. It's just always one person. I remember somebody said, you just like everybody. I was like, I don't like everybody. I just want peace and order. Like, who want to go around just being mean and just hating people all the time? Always got a problem and shit. Like, just let everything just be normal, be neutral. And people are not like that. And I'm noticing that every time and every day. And it's crazy. 'Cause, 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 'cause Oh, hi, St. Louis, Louisiana. Hi, good morning, good morning. My favorite crush. Oh, you crushing on me? Oh, shoot, I was about to. She got a body of a goddess. I don't know where I heard that. Lilo. Listen, I ain't gonna front. I think I want to go down there. I think I want to go down there for the Super Bowl, New Orleans, and all that other stuff. I think it's gonna be very interesting. Yeah, and it's so funny because I've been hearing a lot of different interesting spiritual things about New Orleans has been very spiritual from back then. But I've been seeing on a lot of YouTube clippings of people talking about they've been running into like real life like vampires and all of that other stuff that be roaming around down there. It really is. It really is. I would definitely love to just see the experience of. I love how different states, and especially southern states, are very, very different. Their custom of how they live, their traditions and stuff like that. And I wouldn't mind going to go see that lady who's supposed to make like this famous like dish and stuff like that. I'm not even gonna front. I would love to go to Mexico. I swear, I would love to go to Mexico during the time where they do the celebration of the lady of the dead, and everybody's out there, and they like what? It's different experience. I'm really about doing different experience and just being around different things. And I think that's what be wrong with people. Certain people don't be so accustomed of venturing out and doing different things. And I think today in this era that a lot of people need to go outside the norm. Like go somewhere, do something with yourself. And I just can't wait because everything is so coming. It really is. But the Super Bowl is going to probably be amazing, especially to see how the crowd and stuff going to go crazy for Kendrick Lamar. I can only imagine how expensive those tickets is. For real. I wish come on now. I'm trying to sit up in the box. The VIP, the box. The box. Come on. Send me an invitation now, Jimmy. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. But yeah, I'm interested. I really want to know who's gonna be the two teams that's gonna branch off and gonna go to the Super Bowl this year. I'm very excited. And you know what too? I hope that the Yankees win the championship. They have been doing good, and even the Mets had clinched their spot too. So it's a whole different team, whole different people, for different positions, for new titles, and people are really going after it with like no tomorrow. And it's a shift, it's a change, and something very different and very interesting is happening. But we also have to keep in mind the confusion. The spirit of confusion is so real that just wants to mislead people. I mean, it's terrible. It really, 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 really is. And I didn't like that. So I also seen something. I also seen that somebody, a group of people are talking about trap music is the reason for crime. Trap music. Do anybody think that trap music is the reason for violence? Trap music. I don't think that trap music is the reason for violence. I think that if you want to say trap music is the reason for violence, then you have to say the whole hip hop is the reason for violence. Hip hop. I just think trap music is just a different form of music coming from different states. And you want to know what's so funny too? What I don't like is that Asian Doll. I don't give a fuck when nobody say Asian Doll, my baby Asian Doll. She is the queen of trap music. Yeah, drill music, drill music, drill music, drill music. And I don't like how it's taken her a long time to have she's in the shadow. And I really, really hope that she gets the recognition that she deserves. Even though, she love her. People love her. They love her music. But other than that, Asian Job was on that what is that? That drill music heavy. Real heavy. And I don't understand why they keep overlooking her. But this is what's going on with a lot of different people. So many people are being overlooked. And what's so funny about that is that it's always going to come a season in time where people are no longer going to be able to overlook you. And it's so funny. Like, I'd rather have people in the streets love me than I get all of that other love that's not real. That's a perception or whatever. You know what I mean? And I think the Lock said it the best. Like, yo, the streets loves me. That's all that matters. Is if the people love you, the streets love you, not the people, but the streets love you, then it's good. I always be trying. It's so funny because I was steady talking. I'm like, what the hell? So my phone died, but I'm about to get off. It's so funny because is it still going? And still people are still here. Wow, that's crazy. So I'm gonna go. How long? Oh man, I've been on here for 48 minutes. I'm sorry, not really talking about too much. But the whole moral of my message was I just wanted people to be very, very careful of the other YouTubers that you guys are listening to, especially when they are talking about a lot of heavy hitters who have been in the game, especially like Young Pharaoh, the dude Rashid, who's locked up right now because he's, you know, on here. He's trying to enlighten people. And what it was very, very disturbing. And what was very, very disturbing, it was that people was really, really actually liking and agreeing with some shit that they really didn't have no business agreeing to. And then especially for a lot of people, especially men that were talking about Young Pharaoh, and they couldn't even survive the intro, not even his body of his feces and all of everything in the documentations that this man has came and he got, or just the knowledge that people have. It was very, 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 very disturbing, and I just wanted to talk about it. And I had to really go back and go look at his new up-to-date content that he still have. He's still there. He still have all of his knowledge. It's just that I just feel like Young Pharaoh feel like some of y'all don't deserve his time. Some of y'all don't deserve his knowledge. Some of y'all don't deserve his teaching. And then the more that people keep slandering him and saying that he's going off of this and he's going off of that, it's like once certain people think that you are ungrateful and you don't deserve who they are as an individual, then people start to move differently. And I just think that he's just moving differently towards the masses. And I really don't feel no type of way about it, because I understand it when you have been dealing with a lot of different things, and maybe the government has messed with you, the government has messed with your money. Certain people had did a lot of different things, because what a lot of people don't know is once people start to move up, really, really start to move up, and in social media stuff, people start to act funny. And don't let your stuff start to get monetized, and then you really start to get money and you really start to eat. And that's why a lot of people be putting a lot of different targets on their back. And this is why a lot of different people have to move in like a gated community or a complex that has like security and certain things. Is because now you become a target. Now you become like a mark. And that can even be for your family. Your family will start trying to take you for granted. And this is why I like about my trip now is that I just really don't have nobody. I know what I'm dealing with. You know what I mean? And I can't get mad on. No, I'm sorry. The only person I can get mad at is myself, because I know that people are only around me because of who I am. You know what I mean? Because they know that I'm a kind, I'm a loving person. I would go out my way. I would do this and I would do that for them. I would give them my last. And you have to be at a place in your life where you just have to cut off people. And that's where I'm at. So just be very, very careful of the people that you are engaging with. And just anything that somebody is saying, always make sure you do your own knowledge for yourself. You know, you investigate it for yourself. So life is good. Life is always good. I'm staying out the way. I'm just home. I'm just relaxing like I always do. And hopefully I'll see you guys soon. But until then, you guys be blessed and take care. It's always a pleasure of me always seeing y'all and talking to y'all. I'm so sorry that today was a little boring. It was just a little bit. I'm gonna keep it a stack. It was very boring. But I was looking at my video yesterday. I was like, yo, I was screaming like a mad person. Like something was wrong with me. Like, Angel, are you okay? Are you all right, girl? Because you was looking crazy, but I was just very passionate. And I think that's what happens to me sometimes when I get really, really passionate about something or I get moved. And definitely when it comes to spirituality and it's dealing with a lot of different things that I know is being taken place in the world events and just people that be messing around with a lot of different things and especially when people are doing stuff to kids, that really triggers me, especially as a mother. That's why half the time I don't even be knowing how, I had to curse somebody out because somebody on my page was sharing like all these stuff, messed up stuff that was happening to kids. Like, bitch, you a mother just like me. How can you even be that bothers me when I see stuff on my social media like that. And I had to tell somebody, like, yo, stop sharing that shit. Because I'm seeing what you sharing it, and it's bothering me. So you guys be blessed. Bye, bye, bye.